Hello, everybody. It is me again. It is the capitalized king of the United Nations, King Eddie King Smith IV, king of the Social Security Administration, the entitled capitalized king, the capitalized king of the United Nations by international treaty so established, and the capitalized king of the Unum Sanctum Trust by the entitlement of the trust of the Holy See. So I'm here today. I wanted to talk to you about the rare and elusive um, white skunk with a black stripe. Okay, white skunk with a black stripe. You probably rarely see these. You rarely see these. They're rare. Okay. I got some more pictures I'll show you of them, but let me show you one I saw and what I've decided to do about it. I saw one of these. Okay, I'm going to tell you. It took me a while to figure it out. I was totally distracted by its coat. I didn't notice the black stripe until later on. So take a look. See, look at it right there. See it? Look, it's got a black stripe going down its back. Look at that. Look at that right there. Okay, so anyway, this is a royal message, and it's to my to all contracting parties of our Unum Sanctum Trust. A royal message to all remaining bondmen from King Eddie King Smith IV, King of Kings, Christ, aka YAHAWASHI. The Nick Man-age Skunk Stripe, tarring and feathering animal coat, post summit special punishment decreed by Christ, aka YAHAWASHI. Bondman, please pay special attention to what I'm reading here. This is the debt of all those whom, in rebellion, chose to be ultra vires judges. Dear bondman, hold steadfast, bondman. Never forget that they wanted to own by theft and by your ignorance to run off with your children. Each descendant of these traitors deserves special wages of their forefathers' debt. This is the debt of those whom, in rebellion, chose to be ultra vires judges. Tarring and feathering. As to the current dismissed rebel judges of this rebellious assembly of crimen, laesae, majestatis, of all mine United Nations, shall their derivatives all be excommunicated, and so shall it be hereto commanded that mine bondmen shall heretofore know the designated punishment specifically for all captured descendants of these offending judges, whom committed knowing high treason, participating in the kidnapping of sojourners Americans, theft of bondman children, and perpetuated with the Trump account summit investors fulmination of anathema, shall all receive the following punishment. The Nick Man-age Skunk Stripe, tarring and feathering animal coat, post summit special punishment decreed by Christ, aka YAHAWASHI. Okay, step 1. Place a kiddie pool bath of iced water with 20% salt composite, placed 100 feet from the tarring and feathering area. tar and feathering of excommunicated descendants of all Trump account summit investors, corrupt judges. 2. Tar and feathering with tar heated to 150 degrees Fahrenheit began by slowly pouring a stripe of a line of tar, first from the anus up along the spine, ceasing at the third thoracic vertebrae, a minimum of 6 inches in width. 3. The feathering of the aforementioned strip of the tar shall be known as the Man-age Skunk Stripe area with black feathers. 4. Then continue the remaining tarring below the third thoracic vertebrae with 115 degree Fahrenheit heated tar, and complete the feathering using all white feathers. 5. Then, as the convicted is let loose in the pen, well, most assuredly they want to run to the kiddie pool or to hide in the ground. 6. No medical assistance is it to be provided, and if the offenders survive longer than 24 hours in whatever pen the animal is in, at that point, provide medical assistance, then return them to the mines. 7. This punishment is to be televised by ordinance of the King of Kings. Reference materials. Tarring and feathering is a form of public torture where a victim is stripped naked or to the waist. Wood tar is either poured or painted onto them, and feathers are thrown on them, or they are rolled around in a pile of feathers so that they stick to the tar. The 1774 cartoon by Philip Dow depicting the tarring and feathering of John Malcolm is below. Used primarily as extrajudicial punishment or for revenge. It was used in medieval Europe and its colonies in the early modern period, as well as on the early American frontier. Oh, yeah. Most as a form of vigilante justice. The image of the tarred and feathered outlaw remains a metaphor for severe public criticism. Tarring and feathering was a common punishment in the 13 colonies during the American Revolution. The most famous instance of tarring and feathering in the colony was that of John Malcolm, a Boston customs official who was tarred and feathered by patriots. This is the royal command of the King of Kings, in restitution of vengeance for my bondman and all of mine United Nations. Sincerely, Christ, a.k.a. YAHAWASHI, King of Kings, King of the Unum Sanctum Trust, King of the United Nations, King of the United States Social Security Administration, King Eddie King Smith IV, capitalized and uncapitalized Eddie King Smith IV. So here's what I'm going to say about this. Okay, you're to do exactly what it says here. If they survive, put them back in the mines. They can make it 24 hours after they're done with the tarring and feathering. They're probably not going to make it. This punishment is to be televised by ordinance of the king. And when I say that, by the King of Kings, I say that it's this order, this ordinance, it overrides every television station on earth. Okay, that's in mine United Nations. You will play it. If there's one happening, everybody will see it. You are to put it on live television or play it back at the very minimum. And everybody's going to see. You're all going to remember me. You're all going to remember what this wretched, evil, heinous rebellion, what the Trump account investors did when they tried to steal our freedom, our equity, and our children. And they're going to feel it forever. They're going to see it and they're going to feel it ever. They're going to see this skunk, oh, that's an ugly jacket. Look at this coat, man. Man, I hope you fell on your ass on the way out of there. Look at her getting the kiss of death. Anyway, this is what she's famous for. This is what she's really famous for throughout history. You guys look into the little tiny chunk of things. This is what this girl's famous for. This man is famous for. I'm sorry, Man-age is famous for. Is the skunk stripe punishment that's actually going to happen to people. This is actually, you think this isn't something that people are going to want to do? You're damn right they're going to want to do this. Here's that picture. See this? This is a tarring and feathering of that one guy. This is that politician that did that thing. And this is the bondman. This is you. You're the bondman. Okay. I hate to say this, but you're the bondman, and this is the traitor. This is the traitor. Okay. This is what we do to all of the judges whom allowed, all of the descendants of the judges whom allowed this wretched rebellion to go. The senators are going to have their own special punishment. Each one's getting their own special punishment. This is the punishment of the judges who allowed it to happen. This is what they're going to get. They're going to get this here. They're going to get the man-age. They're going to get the skunk stripe. That's what they're going to get. I ain't even joking. So I want to be clear here because I'm being specific about certain things. Okay, you're not to go over the T3 vertebrae. You hear me? Do not go over the T3 vertebrae, and like I said, down to the anus. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of them that do not survive the man-age. Ooh, look how cute that one is. Ooh, he's dead. Sorry, he's cute though. Ooh, hey, look, it's Nikki. Hey, Nikki, I found her. Okay. Go get on your beach with the rest of the beached whales. Anyway, this is the punishment for the judges. Bondman, I'm not joking around. I'm very, very, very serious. I want you to do this all over because of what they did. Okay? You're not going to be freed from bondage unless you take care of business for me. Okay? I'm just being honest with you. Okay? When you start taking care of business, my punk brothers, they're going to be like, oh, stop, let's get that, they're so horrible, stop. But if you stick with it, if you chase these son of bitches to the end of the earth like I told you, you're going to get a reward that you can't even believe. And you heard that from Christ. Okay? Don't worry. As soon as they get into office, that's when everybody starts getting the life technology I explained, and you're included, as long as you're not one of the real slaves, the straight up hardcore slaves of the Trump accounts rebellion. So that's what we're doing. And remember, every time you catch one of these punks, these judges, they're going to be lining up their pockets. There's a 1.5% finder's fee on all the booty that you collect. And believe me, this is going to be like the biggest treasure hunt ever for bondmen. So, you know what I mean? Here's what I got to tell you guys. This is the first time ever you have full immunity to go do your thing. Okay? You go, but you touch it. Do not break the law. You must follow the law. Okay? You must make sure before you act, or else you will be subject to my equity and your family. The same way you're doing them is the same thing that's going to happen to your family. You are not sure. Okay? But you get them. You go get them. You King of Kings. Christ said you can do it. Have a nice day. Anyway, I'm getting ready. I'm not. I imagine that they're going to default on Monday. So this is effective on Tuesday. Have a good day. Bye. I love you all. Do not worry. As to my beloveds, stop it. stop arguing with each other and stop it. You have to work in unison. It's not going to work unless everyone agrees. You have a good day, and I love you all. Sincerely, Eddie King Smith IV. Christ.